Previously on They See Me Rollin'.
Stan, they said it would cause a minor distraction, right? So I want to go around and I want to recruit all of the teenagers that I can.
Oh, God.
And I want to arm them with spray paint cans.
So they're a minor distraction?
They're a minor distraction.
I get it.
Oh, my God.
Where did they get spray paint cans?
I bought some.
From the Fantasy Hardware store, Stan.
I went to Fantasy Home Depot. Jeez, keep up.
With what money?
And met the Fantasy Equalizer while you were there.
I did, yeah. I met Fantasy Denzel Washington. No, in this situation, I would be the Fantasy Equalizer.
Okay.
Oh, God.
It's too good not to use, Stan, and you know it.
Okay, let's just say there's a small contingent of teenagers who are tagging the area, and they have spray paint cans.
Roll charisma for how many teenagers you managed.
Oh no, a charisma check.
That's why I suggested
That's a good idea. Roll a charisma check for teenagers.
Roll for peer pressure.
Okay, I turn my hat around backwards, and I roll in on my skateboard.
Yeah, boy.
Hey, dudes. You want to stick it to the man?
Yeah!
Oh, yeah. Let's vandalize.
Well, actually, we want to stick it to the elves.
Hell yeah, let's stick it to the elves. Let's vandalize the shit out of this place.
All right!
Woo! I roll away on my skateboard.
So what did you roll?
17.
17. All right, you recruited 7 teenagers. Get it?
Hell yes.
Nice.
All right. I roll back up on my skateboard to the party. Like, don't worry, the minor distraction has been set up.
Hey, welcome back to They See Me Rollin'. This is going to be our last intro. So just real quick, we want to talk about 2 pods a day and how you should be checking that out on both Facebook and on Twitter. And also, you know what? They've got this website. And if you want to see 3 really nice reviews of us, you should check out that website. But that is hashtag 2, the number 2, pods a day. Remember their thing that they say, which is listen more, listen indie. All right. Mm-hmm. So where we left off, you guys had just snuck in to that palace door. Any questions before we begin?
Is it just the 3 of us?
It's just the 3 of you.
What a romantic evening.
Actually, Jonathan is here. You don't remember Jonathan. We never mentioned it before, but he's been here since the beginning.
Uh-huh. He just doesn't talk much or do much.
Jonathan, what do you think we should do?
Well, I think you should all kill yourselves.
I
Oh,
kill
wow.
Jonathan. I snap his neck.
Oh, no!
He's dead.
Okay.
All right. I'm sorry I had to do that, Jonathan, but you knew this day was coming.
We had to put him out of his misery. That was a bunch of garbage.
So you're probably wondering where you're at right now, right?
Yeah, I'd like to know that.
You find yourself in a dungeon because it has all the dungeon accoutrement. You see a wall kind of centered in the room going west to east. Directly in front of you are several cells, 5 cells to your left. On your current position, you can also see that there are cells on the other side of the wall. Now that wall does not bisect the room completely. It just splits the cells so that they can't see each other. You can actually walk around the wall just fine.
Okay, so it's like there's like this big divider in the middle of the room.
Yeah, it's just a big concrete stone divider in the center of the room.
How big's the room?
North to south, 60 feet. East to west, 180 feet.
I'm going to go around the divider.
I want to check out the cells, see if there's anyone in.
I'm going to check out the cells too, but
Sure. Are you going to go to the northern row of cells or the southern row of cells If you're going past the divider, you would be heading towards the northern row of cells.
Yeah, the closest ones, and I'm going to work my way down.
Yeah, we're heading to the closest ones.
And these are all on your left because the wall is to your right. The first one, you see 2 living people and 1 corpse. The 2 living people are kind of huddled down. They are chained to the wall, but with slack. They just really aren't paying attention to anything. One is human, and the other is Genasi.
I approach the corpse and say, hello, I'm here to save you.
Genasi. You can't approach the corpse because the door is locked.
Hello, my name is Jelly Butter, savior of lost souls, wild magic sorcerer, fashion icon. I'm here to save you.
They don't even bother to look up at you.
Well, I try the next cell.
The next cell is empty.
Okay, I try the one after that.
The one after that has a single dead body.
Does the body look fancy?
The body does not look fancy.
I try the one after that.
That one is empty as well.
I try the one after that.
2 dead bodies inside there.
Do they look fancy?
They do not look fancy.
I try the one after that.
There are no more after that. There's a door in front of you.
I go back to the beginning. Hello, yes, I'm Jelly Butter, purveyor of fine butter-based products, wild magic sorceress, fashion icon. I'm here to save you.
How is this door locked?
How is which door locked?
I'm looking at the cell door. I haven't gone past this cell with the 2 people in it. Are they?
You stayed there while Jelly went down?
Yeah.
The door is locked with a simple lock mechanism. It's a large lock, but it's just a lock.
Okay.
You also estimate that the slack in their chain is not enough that it could even reach the bars. It's just enough that they can move a little bit around where they're at.
They seem to be catatonic.
Yeah, I guess catatonic's a good way of putting it. Their eyes are open, but they're not acknowledging you in any way whatsoever.
I cast Fire Bolt on the lock.
Yeah, the lock just busts open.
Nice.
I kick in the door. Then I realize it's pull, not push, and I open it.
Actually, you kick it, and then it swings back at you. So I'm going to need you to do a dexterity saving throw.
This is really just emblematic of my entire experience on this adventure so far. 16, not bad.
16. Excellent. You managed to dodge out of the way before it swings into your face.
I, brush back my hair as I nimbly sidestep and put on some sunglasses.
I'd like to think it swings back and hits Coen in the face instead.
Well, if you're standing close enough, absolutely. Do you even want to roll, or do you want to just take the hit?
I'll roll just for shits and giggles.
5.
Okay, so let me paint a picture. Okay, I kick this thing open. It swings back towards me. I sidestep around it, flick my hair in the wind, and cast minor illusions so rose petals fall around me. And in the background, Coen just gets a door to the face.
Coen goes, "Don't!"
Hello, I'm Jelly Butter. I'm here to save you.
All right, let me go ahead and do a 1d4. There you go, Coen. You take 1 damage.
I'll take it.
So these
Comic effect.
these chain boys.
The same amount of damage you would take if you were stabbed in the gut by a knife.
Yeah, well, he just took 2 iron bars to the face, so...
I'd like to make a medicine check on these boys to see what kind of shape they're in. Don't worry, boys. We'll get you fixed up, maybe. Unless you're dying, then probably not.
15. So you could tell they are definitely not dead or dying.
Good. I have good news, guys.
They are suffering from malnutrition.
Skumk.
You can tell
Yeah.
from the welts on their bodies that they have been abused, tortured, and given that they are peasants, they can't possibly have been, it's not likely that they were tortured for information, but simply as punishment.
Well, this isn't gonna do it all. Skumk.
Skumk.
I'm gonna cast Goodberry.
That's what I was gonna ask you to do.
I was actually over by the wall inspecting the mortar just for something to do. Because there don't seem to be any, are there any, small animals you'd find in a dungeon? Like rats and stuff?
There's some rats scurrying around here or there.
Okay, I was chasing rats.
Okay.
I wasn't that hungry just for something to do.
Skumk, stop chasing rats. Get over here. Do your berry ball spell.
I run over, sort of half falling over, because normally the way that Skumk runs is just running straight forward with his arms like directly out, but now I can't do that because I have wings and it makes me fall over. And I cast...
You have wings and arms, so you're doing your arms and wings going out?
Skunk hasn't figured out how to use his arms and wings independently. It's hard to adjust to having more limbs than you're used to.
Guys, I promise we're more competent than we look.
So far, one of us has been hit in the face with the door, and the other one can't seem to run proper.
I fall over in the cell and I cast Goodberry.
Ivan, at first, I thought you were going to say that Skunk runs with his arms flailed behind him like Naruto, and this was going to be the point where Skunk was revealed to be a giant weeb.
No, Skunk is like me because he watches anime but then acts too cool to watch anime.
The only thing common ground that Skunk and Jelly have ever found is their shared secret love of Ouran High School Host Club.
But yeah, I'm gonna cast Goodberry and give one each to the prisoners.
Well, it gives you like 10, doesn't it, when you cast that?
Well, just to see how they react to it.
He can hold on to them.
They last all day.
You give them each a good berry, and they instinctively pop the berry into their mouth. And you see a little bit of light come into their eyes. They look up at you and kind of back away in fear, and then just kind of hide their faces in their knees.
You should have seen him before he was an owl, guys. Trust me, this is way better.
It's okay.
I'm just a really good chef.
We're not here to hurt you at all.
The human says, Who are you?
Okay, guys, we've practiced this, and
I shrug.
Guys, we've practiced this, and I cast Minor Illusion again. A spotlight falls upon the three of us. When the innocents call out...
Minor Illusion doesn't make items that big. It's just a small cube.
It's a very small spotlight.
It's a 5-foot cube. I shrug, but I didn't realize that the muscles it takes to shrug are also the muscles that control my wings, so it makes them like fly up in the air. And it knocks Jelly over.
Since Jelly cast this spotlight, it looks like a little flashlight is pointing at you. So as you do this shrug, there's just a flashlight pointing in your face.
We're the Nightbirds, adventurers, defenders of the innocent, purveyor of fine baked goods.
We're just here to take down the elves. We're not fans of them.
It looks really weird with the light shining in my eyes because my pupils get huge.
I snap my fingers and turn off the spotlight. So, any questions?
Why are you in here?
Well, we're in here for stealing.
Right on. Stick it to the man. Seize the means of production.
What did you steal?
We were hungry.
Nice. I steal shit all the time.
He kind of looks at you annoyed.
I want to check out the dead guy.
I give the guy another berry.
Okay, you're down to 7 berries now.
Yep.
Okay, the dead person, that looks like another human. It's just a rotting corpse. It's very skeletal. It's stinky. In fact, the whole dungeon smells like garbage, and it's coated in worms.
So,
I eat a lot of worms.
I say some prayers over the corpse to call vengeance down on whoever did this to them.
I take a handful of worms and start eating them like M&Ms to stop myself from eating all of my good berries.
So, boyos, there's like some serious kerfuffling going on outside. So, if you wanted to make your escape, I think now would be the perfect time. And we can certainly get you out of these manacles.
Will you free only us? What of the others?
I mean, we'll get to them like as we get to them. but like looks like you guys are the first ones. Congratulations.
Can we all escape without being seen?
Maybe. I mean, I could start another fire. That if I'm really good at that. That's like kind of my go-to thing.
We didn't start the fire. It was always burning as the world was turning.
No one says anything,
Also,
and we all
there's
just
no
look at-
fire. There's no fire out there. You started a spray painting.
It was a fire
thing.
it's a fire that burns in the rebellious hearts of the youth of this kingdom.
Teenagers.
Okay. So what you are saying is you lit the spark that will burn down the First Order?
God. No, that's not what I'm saying, Stan.
I'm gonna check their manacles and see if they open. Like if I can open them.
You can't open them with your hands.
So they're actually locked. They're not like some kind of.
They are locked. Yeah.
They're not those they're not those free hanging manacles like
Can
the
we
kids are wearing these days.
try sleight of hand to lockpick?
That's not how that works.
Yeah, you have to have a thieves' tools.
Oh, okay.
And none of us are thieves.
Hey, you're thieves, right? I say to the guys.
How are the manacles attached to the wall?
They're attached via chains.
I firebolt them at the point where they are connected to the wall.
You guys are thieves, right? You got any tools?
We have none of what we had, says the Genasi. And now they're free, but they have these long chains dangling from their wrists.
It's a start.
It's called aesthetic, baby.
I don't think we'd be able to pass through the guards with these. They're loud.
Well,
I'm stuck.
Stay here and we'll figure something out. Are there other prisoners?
Yeah.
On the other side of the wall.
I'm gonna go to the other side of the room and look at the other set of cells.
Yeah, I'll follow Skumk.
Okay. The first cell that you get to, you see 2 dead bodies and 1 living person. And that person is a Minotaur.
Stan, while they're doing that, I want to cast Chill Touch on one of the manacles.
Go ahead.
Okay, well, this will only hurt a little bit to maybe a lot. And I create the hand, and the hand just touches a finger to the manacle.
The manacle turns an icy white. It is now very, very cold.
I have an idea.
And the guy is going, "Oh, it's cold. It's cold."
I just ignore that, and I like grab.
I have a better idea than this.
Whatever, I'm doing this. You're not here right now. I try and crush it in my hand.
That's a horrible idea.
No.
Yeah,
What?
you do. It doesn't turn the damn thing into ice. It's just very cold, and you touch it, and it's very cold on your hands.
Listen, I've seen movies. I know how this works.
Do we have any food?
I mean-
I don't think you brought any food with you. No,
I think you.
aside
never-
from the good berries.
We've never had to worry about it before. Had I known, I would have been buying rations.
Do good berries? Would you say that good berries have seeds? Like if you planted a good berry, hypothetically, could it grow?
No.
No, because they disappear completely after a certain amount of time.
Okay. Are there any like cracks in the dirt where like moss or something like that might grow?
There's not really any moss. It's just mold. It's mold
Okay.
and wetness.
That's not very useful.
The door at the end of the hall. Mm-hmm. Is there like a slidey viewport or anything that I can look out of?
Yeah, you can look out of it.
I look out of it. What do I see?
You see a dark hallway leading up to a staircase.
I think maybe our best bet is to find the person that has these keys.
I'm gonna go to the other set of.
The one who doesn't have the cold chain says, "Do any of you have a sword?
Yeah. I have a
Swords.
sword.
Perhaps you could cut these off."
With a sword.
What the fuck are...
Jesus, Stan. Okay.
But my cold hand is somehow a terrible
No, it just
idea.
makes it fucking cold.
It's cold. You've never seen someone freeze something with like liquid nitrogen in a movie to break it? That happens all the time.
Yeah, and then they don't touch it and it breaks. They have to hit it with something.
You knock them, freeze both manacles, knock them together. That's
Do you think you can hit something hard enough to break solid iron?
I can try. Stan seems to be hinting at that we can. So yes.
I don't see how you can do this without cutting his hand off, Coen.
Well, you hit the chains between the hands. I pull out my sword and I cut the manacle. I cut the chains.
Good job. You managed to cut the chains, and because they are icy, they shatter quite easily at the strike of your sword. Well, then, thank you.
Hey, yeah, no worries.
And we can assume that you will do this icy thing, sword chop, with the other prisoner?
Yes.
Because I'd rather just, not have to describe that word for word again.
Are there any other prisoners besides this Minotaur over on the other side?
Okay, are you going to walk down and look in all the cells?
Yeah.
The next cell you find is empty. The cell after that, there are 3 living people. The cell after that, there is 1 dead body and 1 person. The same thing in the final cell, the 5th cell, is 1 dead body and 1 person.
How many people is that altogether?
Altogether, that's 7 people total.
Okay. I have 7 berries. 7 brides for 7 berries.
All right. Can we
Yeah.
free them all?
Let's open this all up in the same way.
So you go down cell by cell, handing out good berries and firing your chill touch and your sword combo. God, look at that. You guys are working as a team.
Everybody's getting real cold wrists
They're exchanging cold wrists for freedom.
and berries.
Remember, we're the Nightbirds, LLC.
TM.
You'll probably never see us again. Or if you do, we won't remember you.
Listen, I'm building the brand, baby.
They are all gathered by the door, now a total of 9 people, and they're just kind of looking at you going, can you check if it's safe?
I look at our party and say, who has the highest stealth
Probably
skill?
you.
I have +4.
I think I have a +7.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I do have a +7.
That's why I said it was probably you.
I flourish my cape and become one with the shadows.
Okay.
And you hear delicate organ music playing somewhere in the distance. The Phantom. Anyway, so yeah, I want to peek and just take a look and see what's happening with our boys on the outside.
Cool, you got an 18. You sneak out and you see that the guards are running around town. The townspeople are kind of making themselves a nuisance by accidentally on purpose getting in the way of the guards, pointing in different directions, saying, oh, they went that way. The
Benny Hill music is playing.
They're doing a Scooby-Doo thing where they're running indoors and then coming out different ones.
Yeah.
And the 2 people who came in to do their shift are just kind of standing there waiting for all this madness to end.
I love it. Yeah.
So if we came out the front gate, would they notice?
Yeah, I think they would.
Well, it's not the front gate, but it's a gate.
The gate, whatever gate we're at.
So we just let the people go.
You come back in and you tell them it's good to go. What do you tell them?
I kiss each one on the cheek and say, arrivederci.
Okay.
I say, good luck.
They don't know what that means, but they figure that it's okay.
I say to them before they go, we're working to, bring down the elves or something, but we may need your help in the future. If we call, will you be there?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
We'll be right here.
Okay.
All right, cool. We give them some pamphlets to hand out later.
Nightbird pamphlets.
You have managed to free all the living prisoners, and you're back in the dungeon alone.
Now to free the dead prisoners. I cast Animate Dead on all of them.
Free their souls. Wait, do you have Animate Dead?
I do not have Animate Dead.
That's
no,
too bad. That would really freak people out in this relatively low magic world.
I
What?
know.
What are the dead prisoners wearing?
The dead people are wearing rags, burlap rags.
Okay, so it's not like the outfits that the workers were wearing.
No.
Because I was really wishing that we'd actually asked them to give us our outfits, but we
Gonna
didn't.
need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. I can get us some rags. I can just can magic us up some rags, but
I'm pretty good at making clothes out of rags.
They were in sort of Hessian sacks.
I'm gonna go and try that door, see if it opens.
Okay.
Yeah.
It does not open. It is locked.
Okay.
I kick it in.
Is that the only door?
It is the only door.
Okay.
It is a wooden only door.
I firebolt it open.
All right. You firebolt the lock. The lock kind of falls off.
I kick it in.
And the door actually swings the way that you're kicking this time. So.
Amazing.
Fuck yes. I minor illusion some sunglasses sliding onto my face and continue walking.
All right. Do the rest of you follow
Yes.
Jelly?
I druid
Yes.
craft the smell of victory.
Now I love the smell of victory in the morning.
What? So everyone is smelling burning napalm.
Baby. Let's topple a fucking monarchy, guys.
Well, that's kind of what a firebolt smells like already, but I guess I enhanced it. So I'll follow.
Yeah, me too.
You go down this short hallway. You reach a staircase. Are you just going to march up the staircase, or are you going to creep up it?
We're going to send Jelly to creep up it.
You sneakily creep up the staircase. It wraps around, and when you get to the top of it, what you see is a large kitchen, and you see some servants running around. You see one of them is an avian, one of them is human, another one is Genasi. They're just one is working at a large cauldron that's kind of in the center of the right side of the room, where all the stoves are and the food preparation area is. On the left-hand side, it's just kind of this open area, but you do see two walls kind of blocking in two sections on the far right and the left-hand side from the staircase.
I use message and I relay all this to Skumk and Coen.
I say we should talk to them.
I have an idea.
Jelly, kiss it, Jelly. Keep it simple, stupid. If we talk to them, they might be able to help us get to Anne
my
Marie's
plan
room.
involves talking to them.
Okay. We'll do tell your plan then.
No, I'm not gonna do that. So I cast Alter Self on myself. I'm now wearing a tuxedo and I have a pencil thin mustache, and I come in. Ah yes, how are the preparations going?
Perhaps you should make yourself look like one of the guards that we've already seen.
No.
Okay.
And you made yourself look like an elf with a pencil-thin mustache.
and a tuxedo.
So it is an elf.
And you're walking out from the dungeon staircase.
I took the wrong turn to the bathroom. This was not the way.
The servants kind of gasp. One drops some dishes. They kind of bow instinctively and go, "My lord."
Okay.
Yes. How are preparations for what time of what's the next meal coming up, Stan?
Well,
I could judge by time of day, like what's happening.
you came in the morning, so...
Bruh. How is the food preparation going?
Good, my lord.
Where are my two bodyguards? Bodyguards, come.
All right,
Come back
I
here.
come up the stairs.
You're always slacking off on the job.
I caress Jelly's elf body and say, I'm here to guard your body, sir.
Please do not. Please do not dirty me with your very presence. I push Skumk away a little bit.
Sorry.
You can guard and maintain a safe distance.
Is there anything we can do for you, lord, or may we return to work?
I'm blanking as to what my job is actually supposed to be here.
We could use some clothes. Send one to fetch some clothes for us.
I think it would actually be weird if you two had uniforms.
Well, servants' clothes would be handy.
Garçon, two servants' uniforms. Right away.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And the Genasi runs to the room on the far left-hand side and immediately comes out with one kind of large gown and one smaller thin gown. Tosses this thin gown to Coen and the large one to Skumk.
Ah, good boy, good boy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I give him 2 thumbs up. And
Lovely.
He returns with a double thumbs.
and wink. Never mind that elf. He's a bit messed up. Could you tell us, servant to servant, where the Queen's chambers are?
The Queen. No one goes to the Queen's chambers.
Yes.
Not since she's left.
Well, we need to get there. It's vitally important, and I promise you, we're not doing anything bad to the servants.
You will need to go to the 4th floor, where you'll find the blood room.
You servants.
All right,
I
thank
grew
you.
tired waiting for you.
Thank you. Yeah, as I said, sorry about that weird elf. All right. And I
How
head out.
dare you disrespect our master like that? I smack Coen.
I say sorry.
I'm getting a tingle up my spine. Are you abusing each other? Come, follow me so I can watch.
I put on the servants' robes.
Yeah, once we're out of eyesight of the servants, I give Coen a big kiss and apologize for smacking him.
That's gonna be weird with your. So you peck him in the face.
With a
Oh,
beak,
yeah. A beak kiss.
It's more like touching him with my beak and then licking him a little bit.
Yeah, like parrots do to you.
You open your mouth and just kind of dab your tongue on his face a few times.
I accepted, and I kind of rub the bridge of Skunk's nose and sort of
Yeah.
tickle him behind the ears a little bit.
As you pass the kitchen area, you see the large closet, or whatever you call it, the supply room on the left-hand side. And on the right-hand side, you pass by the servants' quarters, just a large room filled with several beds.
So, what did you find out?
We have to get to the 4th floor.
Ah, so up would be the most straightforward. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's continue to the 4th floor.
Up would definitely be good.
All right. Directly in front of you, as you were coming in from the other door, is a hallway that leads to a staircase.
Okay.
These
Jelly,
go up sometimes.
let's stop for a minute. At some point, we're
Yes.
going to meet some elves. You're going to have to be convincing.
I'm very convincing.
I've noticed you've gone all method. It's great.
Your accent has changed 4 times.
Listen, it's hard for me to maintain one, but I think I found one that sticks.
I don't know if that's true because it did change. It did change in that sentence.
Do we have a story we can tell them?
Have you ever? Okay, God damn it. Are you familiar with the? God damn it,
All right.
Ivan.
You know what? We'll make up the story. You make up the story on the fly. You
Have you
always
ever-
do anyway.
Have you ever read any P.G. Woodhouse? I imagine it would be a lot like that. I'm rich and dumb, but you're my manservants, but you're actually the brains of the operation. And I'm always getting engaged.
And I wait for Jelly to walk up the stairs.
I swish my tuxedo tails behind me and walk up the stairs.
Now, up the stairs, you see to your right-hand side 2 guards in front of a hallway with additional stairs, then also a dividing wall and a passageway through the dividing wall. And through that dividing wall, you see a great grand hallway. There are 2 guards whose backs are to you on the other side of the divide into that great grand hallway. So stairs to your right, great grand hallway directly in front of you. As you come out, the 2 guards in front of the stairs see you.
I think we just need to walk confidently.
Yeah.
Through message, I asked Coen, you said we needed to find the blood room?
Yeah.
Or blooding room?
Blood
Okay.
room.
Okay, I approach the 2 guards that are in front of the stairs. Right-ho, old sport. Is this the way to the 3rd floor?
This is the way to the blood room.
Fantastic, old sport. That's actually where I'm headed right now. I'll just be on my way then.
No, you're not.
Excuse me?
No one goes to the blood room.
No one but... I don't think you finished that sentence there, old sport. You meant to say anyone but me, and anyone I choose to take with me.
Anyone who passes here is ordered to die.
Do you know who my aunt is?
Anyone who passes here is ordered to die.
I don't believe you do know who my aunt is. And I look at Skumk and Coen and say, they don't know who my aunt is.
I can't believe it, sir. That's
It's
ridiculous. I can't even, come on.
It's very disrespectful.
She will be hearing about this if you don't let me through this instant.
Bring her here.
I want to make an intimidation check.
All right.
22.
All right. You do not pass.
What the fucking shit?
Dude, I can set intimidation checks wherever I fucking want.
Well, yeah,
You
you
do
can
not
set you can set any DC you want, however high you want, and we'll never get anywhere.
Yeah, and in this case, you're not intimidating these people. They have orders.
How dare you?
No one goes to the blood room, save for Aliana, and Aliana is dead.
Seems like a waste of storage space, if you ask me. Fine. Stan. Those two, so you said that there was a hallway, right?
Right behind them.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. There's stairs, right? But then on the other side, the side we chose not to go down, there's like a big room.
Well, that you could tell is a grand hallway. You couldn't see the rest of it because of the divider.
Okay, but are there any guards over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are 2 guards on the other side of the entrance to the grand hallway from where you are.
Can
they
I
see us?
try and cast Charm Person without them noticing?
Well, if you fail, they'll notice, but if you pass, they won't.
Okay.
And when it wears off, they'll notice.
Should
Yeah.
I try to do
But
that?
it's worth an attempt.
If I cast it as a 2nd level spell, I can target 2 people.
One gets a 6, and the other gets a 17.
I'm gonna use a luck point to make you re-roll that, Stan. I've got 1 more luck point left.
11. Okay, they are both successfully charmed. They look at Skumk and say, well, that's a pretty birdie. And the other one says,
I just step back and let this magic happen.
This is very important business. It's way above what you're really allowed to know. I should tell on you for even trying to impede our operation here, but because I'm so nice, I'm gonna not. So just let us through.
so we can't come with you?
Just guard our exit.
I get my face really close to their face and I say, listen,
They reach out and caress your cheeks.
I know we haven't known each other long,
Soft
But-
birdie.
you're the most important. I don't have cheeks, my face is flat.
That's an
You're-
owl fact.
You're the most important people in my life. Then I walk through the door.
Please let us come with you, pretty birdie.
I'll meet you in my dreams.
Oh.
When you lay down to sleep tonight, I'll be there.
And they look very dejected. Is that a promise?
I'm sorry, but I can't make any promises. This is too things are too uncertain.
Their faces look very sad. You see tears well up in their eyes.
I run
Meanwhile,
away.
I'm sneaking up the stairs.
I'm not. I'm just watching this.
I run away into the blood room.
I follow.
The last thing you see is them holding each other for comfort.
I'm glad that I at least if I can't make them happy, at least maybe they can make each other happy. I brought them together.
Skumk, how long does that last?
I
think a
have no
minute.
idea.
No, I think it's longer than that.
Less an hour.
An hour.
Less
yeah.
an hour?
Yeah, charm person is a...
Oh, until the spell ends or until you and your companions do anything harmful to them.
Yep. Which we did not.
Only harmful
All right.
emotionally.
Hurtful, maybe, but not harmful.
Okay, so we're in the blood room. What does the blood
No,
room
wait,
look
I
like?
think we're going up
Sanford?
the stairs.
You go upstairs. In this room, what you see is just a narrow hallway and stone walls to the left and right. They look different than the rest of the stone, as if they had been built after the fact, that there may be more to this room. These stone walls cover up the rest of it. And at the far end of the hall, you see an extremely large door that is the color of dried blood. And standing in front of the door is a very large, imposing figure wearing a helmet that looks like a jackal.
I don't know about you two, but I'm not ready to have my heart weighed against that feather.
And they are holding a very large spear, a 2-foot blade at the tip.
Can we tell if they're alive or a statue?
You can tell that this is alive, though it is standing very still.
Hi.
So it sees us?
So you just said hi?
Yes.
Does it see us though?
Yeah. Well, at this point, yeah. It goes,
You smell of Faerun.
I step forward. Listen here, partner. We are three very important people, and I believe it is your duty to.
I have no patience for this one.
he looks at Coen.
We're bringing a message from the Queen.
There is no message from the Queen. You smell of Faerun.
The queen is in Faerun.
The Queen is in Faerun. Why are you here?
She sent us
Because
here.
she sent us here to bring an important message.
Do not lie to me. Why
Listen here, partner.
are you here?
We're terrible liars, so this is we're not lying. Never mind.
You know those cool guys who play musical instruments and kill people?
You speak of the Black Parade.
Yeah.
Damn it.
They killed us.
You died to enter our world.
Uh-huh.
Wow, just
Yeah,
give
baby.
everything away there, Skumk.
That is truth.
Yeah. I mean,
You may pass into the Queen's room.
He steps aside, and the door opens.
I
Whoa.
pat him on the head.
Ever-loving fuck.
I pat him on
That's
the head.
awesome.
I walk back down the stairs.
Well done, Ivan.
I keep walking until I'm out of the castle. I go back to the pit we woke up in. And I just lay down.
That was amazing. You told the truth to him. Well done.
They're pretty good at music, you know? I try to make small talk with them. They're pretty good at music. Have you ever seen them live?
He just stares at you and does not respond at this point.
It was pretty cool.
I walk.
If they're ever
I come
back in
back.
town, you should try and catch
Can you
them.
say we solved your guard puzzle?
There was no puzzle, but sure, you solved my guard puzzle.
All right, what's through the door?
You enter a large, bright white room with tall shelves and columns perpendicular to the door. The shelves function as displays for small child-sized dolls. And at the far end of the room is a wooden door.
I don't like
If you're gonna
this
call
already.
if you're gonna call somewhere a blood chamber, I wouldn't be painting it white. That's my first thoughts only. I want to look at the dolls.
You look at the dolls on the closest one on your right, and what you notice is that each doll looks unique. None of the two dolls looks alike. Or no two dolls in there are alike.
Do they come with like a pamphlet that tells the story of like, this one is from,
No.
South
There's no
Africa.
placard, there's no pamphlet,
this-
there's nothing to describe what these dolls are. They are just sitting there with their eyes open, ceaselessly open.
Might be a good idea not to touch these. All right, let's go check out this door.
All right, so none of you touch the dolls, right?
No.
I ain't touching those creepy things.
I do smell one though.
It smells of flesh.
Ooh.
Here's another owl fact. Hashtag owl facts. Owls don't have a particularly good sense of smell. It's probably, my sense of smell is probably less strong as an owl than it is as a goblin.
Nice.
All right, and Jelly, do you do anything with the dolls?
I want to avoid them and keep walking.
Yeah.
All right. So you head to the door. The door opens. The next room is a large room as well, but the light here is dim. And the only furnishings are 3 cages, one to the north, one to the east, and one to the west. And on the north side of the room, just past the cage, is a wooden door.
They love cages around here.
Say, old sport, didn't you see something like that back in the horror room?
I'm going to go look in the eastern cage.
You walk to the eastern cage, and you see the withered corpse of a woman.
That's it?
My monocle pops out. I say.
Oh, okay, so there's a woman in that one. All right, what about the other cages?
Which one?
North.
You see an old man clinging to the bars, his head rested against the cage. The body is withering away slowly with time. By appearance, he should be dead, but his body remains somehow alive.
That's,
His eyes are crusted over.
that's...
I check out the west one.
The west one, you see the withered corpse of another woman.
Yeah.
Some curious shit.
This is what are their names? Smith and Whitney and the other one.
Yeah.
Is it the same old man that I saw in the Spider Castle all those months back?
That's... yes.
Yeah. And so we do not want to free this old man, is what I know, because he will die in our world. So, all right, let's go through the next door.
So is he like, but like here, is he like aware of anything? I like snap my fingers in front of his face.
No, he's complete. He remains completely unaware, but he is absolutely 100% physically here.
I wanna like look at these cages, just the cages themselves. Do they look like they're attached to anything mechanical, or like are they like magic in any way, or like what is it?
Well, I mean, for magic, you'd have to do your view magic spell, but they don't. They just look like these little square cages.
Is there any like runes etched into them or anything, or?
None.
This is some weird shit.
I say, Smith, can you hear us, Smith?
If he dies, if we...
You just hear a breath slowly seep out from his mouth. It's just like...
What do you reckon happens if we get in one of these things?
You know what? I don't think you should try. I'm gonna go over to I'm gonna go to the door.
Do all of you follow Coen?
I stare at it for a few seconds longer, and
I'm going to touch Smith's hand.
You touch Smith's hand, and it's clammy, but it is you feel a pulse. It's very weak, though.
Clams. I could go for some clams. I walk over to the door.
You open the door. You find yourselves in a rectangular room lit in a sickening blue-white glow. There's nothing else in here. There's a door at the opposite end from you.
I'm gonna do something I probably could have done a while ago. I'm gonna do a perception check.
Okay.
Just to see if I perceive anything.
Coen, don't you have divine sense?
I do a perception check and I turn on my spider senses. And I got a critical 20 for those listening at home.
You note that every room that you have entered is exactly the same as the rooms that you went through in the Spider Palace so far. This is the room where you experienced the ice cream shop memory mixed in with Jack handing you the ice cream cone.
So this is before the ball pit.
Right.
The next room will be the ball pit, which I assume is the blood room. But so there's nothing in this room at all, like no secret, panels or anything that I notice.
Not at all. This room is otherwise completely empty.
I envision in my mind's eye like a miniature version of the ice cream shop, the one that would fit within a 5-foot cube, like a little diorama, basically.
Uh-huh.
And I create that with minor illusion.
Okay.
Does anything happen?
No.
Damn it.
I'm going to send out
Why the fuck is there Why the
I
fuck
like
is there
it.
just an empty room in here?
I want to send out my spider sensors, my bast sensors. Location of any fiend, celestials, undead within 60 foot, or consecrated or desecrated objects.
How far can you sense it?
60 feet.
Oh, you don't notice anything yet.
All right, let's go through the next door.
Well, wait a minute. Before we do that, if we know the ball pits through here, odds are we're gonna be fighting a ball monster again. What defeated that thing last
No,
time?
that was only in the upside down. Like, things were weird when we were in the spider palace. I don't think it's actually going to be a ball pit. It might,
I mean, but maybe it is.
I think it'll be a blood.
On the off chance.
I think in this world it will be a pit full of blood.
Yeah, I think pit full of blood is what I'm guessing too.
Okay, so
I'm gonna open the door.
I feel like we should. Never
All right. What preps have you got?
No. Like, I mean, no. He opened it. So.
All right.
Yeah, I opened
This
the door.
is in character, baby.
As you open the door, you notice it feels damp. The wood is rotting and bits of it tear off as it creaks open. The next room is enormous and extremely well lit. It too is bright white. In the center, you see a long rectangular pool filled with murky black and green water. And at the far end of this pool, you see a door.
Nice.
All right. I'm gonna send out my spider sensors now. Nothing.
The pool is over 60 feet long, so well, at least from where you are to the next door is over 60 feet.
And is it correct? Is there no way around this pool?
No, there's a way around. The last time the pool stretched.
Oh, the pool stretched. All right. I start walking around the pool, but I draw my
All right.
I draw my sword, and I'm looking at this pool because I don't trust it.
You safely walk around the pool without it doing anything. You reach the other end, and now you're at the door.
No running.
How often can you use this divine sense?
Divine sense. I can use it 5 times before a long rest.
Okay, and it doesn't count as a spell?
No.
And is it something that you just use the one time and it doesn't stick, or?
Yeah, I think so. It looks like it's something you just use once.
Okay, so it's like a little sonar.
Yeah, it doesn't stay
Basically, he's pressing down the left analog stick.
You notice when you get to the door, and you do your ping, there is something very desecrated on the other side of this door. Not immediately, but a little bit of distance from the other side of the door. I'd say about 40 feet.
So are there different layers
door.
of desecrated? Like, can something only be a little bit desecrated?
Just a little bit.
Just slightly desecrated.
You just sense something strongly desecrated.
Do I?
Coen, on this chart, I pull out a chart. So on one end is a happy face, the other end is a really frowny face. So like with all the variations in between.
The jelly desecration meter.
Yes. So like, where on this chart would you say the desecration falls?
I point to the really unsmiley face, the frowny face.
Wow, that's serious.
Yeah.
So I have a question though, Coen. What does desecrated mean?
Yeah, I don't actually know. Stan, what does desecrated mean?
Desecrated means that it was like once sacred or holy or just human or alive.
And then a vampire pissed on it.
Or it was put into it was ruined in some way that was unnatural or unholy.
So there's some bad juju going on in the next room.
Basically.
All right.
Let's gear up.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I assume me and Jelly follow around there.
Yeah.
The meat shield.
So Coen goes in first. Huh?
Yeah, let's go.
He
through.
has the best AC.
Slightly.
Do you draw your shield?
I haven't got a shield. I've got a double-handed sword at the moment.
Oh yeah. Oh, that sucks. Okay.
Tell me about it.
You enter a dark room. You could see that at one time this was lushly ornamented. A large 4-post bed with a canopy sits to your right with an armoire next to it. A skeleton dressed in a servant's gowns lays next to it. To your left is a thick, sprawled, ornate wooden desk cluttered with molded books and papers scattered all around. It is next to a closet. The door is long since torn down, filled with tattered clothing once suited for a princess. In front of you is a massive vanity, with an oval mirror the size of the three of you side by side and twice Jelly's height. The mirror itself is coated in dust, mold, and a pitch-like substance. Above the mirror, you find the body of an older woman hanging against the wall, as if some sort of ornament.
Ew.
She's wearing a long, charcoal-colored cloak, and underneath, a light gray gown. Her eyes are open and pure white. Her mouth agape. Her arms spread out at her side, as though ready for embracing. The pitch seems to be holding her up at her elbows, as well as her knees and her legs below. The black, tarry substance appears to be pulsing. It leads from either side of her to the far corners of the room. At each corner, you see a pod that appears to be made from tar and mucus. Despite all that, in the center of the vanity, there is a book in pristine condition. It is laying on top of a large bookstand crafted by some silvery white precious metal.
Is the lady the same one I had in my dream, who was yelling at the queen?
Nice catch, yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
I
am not entering this room yet.
I look at the closet. I look at the closet. Oh, pretty dresses! And I walk in.
All right, you head into the closet. As you touch the dresses, they kind of just tear. They're practically paper at this point. There's moths all over.
God,
I'm doing a perception check.
really just
for
puts a cherry on the top of my day.
I tentatively taste a moth.
I walk over to the book, Stanford.
Does the moth taste like creepy in any way? Or just like a regular
The moth
moth?
tastes. It tastes like a regular moth, just a little dustier,
Okay.
mustier. All right, I think Coen, you wanted to do a perception check.
It wasn't great. I rolled a 10.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you don't notice anything that your divine sense didn't tell you already.
What is the desecrated thing that my sense was pointing at? I'm going to use it again because it tells me the location of the desecrated object. So
The body, like the body directly in
the
front
body
of you.
on the wall or the body of the servant?
The body on the wall.
I just check out the book.
You just pick it up and open it.
I mean, I thought it was already open.
No, it's just laying there closed.
I get out my stick and I, knock it open.
All right, you you lift up the cover and open it
Yeah,
slowly and gingerly.
I don't want to touch it.
I'm standing back watching this skeleton, this body on the wall, because I don't trust it. I don't trust the pitch either.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna look around the room, look under the bed and in the back of the closet and things like that. Is this a perception check I should make?
What are you trying to look for in particular?
I'm not sure what I'm trying to look for, but things that would be hidden, like a box or a secret door, things like that.
Go ahead and do a perception check then.
13.
All right, you don't notice anything.
Stan,
The room just seems to be old and gross. So back to Jelly with her stick.
Yeah, I crack open this book and what do I find?
As you flip open the cover of the book, you hear a shrill, terrifying scream. A scream mixed with a deep, gargling sound, along with inhuman roars of pain and anger. The body of the woman above you tears open, and large, spindly talons clasp themselves to a wall. And out from the cavity now formed where her chest was, you see a head that appears like a vulture, the eyes dark and dead, and then two pincers pop out and clasp onto the wall. At the corners of the room, you hear a loud thump and a wet suction sound.
Ew.
From each of the pods emerges one of the humanoid faceless creatures. These, however, have claws and a mouth oozing the foul liquid in the pool. Roll for initiative.
Guys, I would like to point out that I didn't know this was going to happen whenever I picked this thing up.
I kind of guessed that it would, though.
This is the worst.
Hey, this is Stan Ferguson.
This is me, that one.
Hello, it's your favorite anthropomorphic personification of death, Hayden.
Thanks for listening to today's episode. We just wanted to say Jody's not here right now because he had to run to work. So,
Unlike the rest of us, he chooses not to live off of the podcast money that we're just raking in 24/7.
Yeah.
no, he's very greedy, and it's ridiculous. So, please check us out on our Facebook page. Check out our Facebook page. Join our Facebook group. We always like to chat. Hayden's also quite active on our Twitter account. That's at TSMRcast, which is also the same name for our Tumblr account, which Ivan runs. If you leave us a review, Hayden will write you a song. And speaking of, Hayden, do you have a song prepared?
I believe the review song for this week is going out to Farron. Farron?
Yes.
Okay.
Farron.
Cool. Let's see.
I believe Farron's a personal friend of Jody's, too. It's a shame that we lost Jody.
Well, Farron and Jody, this one goes out to you. Theron, druidic warrior of the canyon, protecting humanity with your uncanny ability to telepathically communicate with the animals of the canyon.
Oh, that was
Laden.
beautiful.
Well, it's not over, God damn it, but fine.
Oh, gosh, I'm sorry. That felt like an ending.
No, it's fine. I know when I'm not wanted. Fair. But you too can have a song that is written and cut short in the plug section. The section no one listens to.
Apparently,
Cut short in the
people do.
prime of its life.
It's fine. Listen, I'm an artist, goddammit, okay? You clap when
Next
I say...
time, I'll wait for you to say, and scene.
You clap when I say clap, goddammit.
Do you ever sing on That Gay Shit, your other podcast that people can find on iTunes?
No, I never do, because I don't know why Stan volunteered me to write songs for people. I don't know how rhyme works. So it's more spoken word poetry over music.
Because you love to play. You know that.
I guess I love to play. I don't love to sing. But I love entertaining all of you beautiful listeners out there. And I love reading your reviews, so please keep sending them to me. The only thing keeping me together.
That means reviews on anything. iTunes, the podcast app, Stitcher. Just take a picture, a screenshot of the review, because we won't be able to find all of them, and send it to theyseemewrollingpodcast@gmail.com, which is ridiculously long to type. Or post it on our Facebook page, or post it on our Facebook group. Anything that can catch our eye. Heck, you could even tweet it at Hayden, at TSMRcast on Twitter. So anything like that, we'll get you a song. Super appreciate it. If you've already written a review, just write another review using another account or on some other format like our Facebook page. Anything is cool. We're just trying to promote our show. So... Ivan, looks like you guys are getting a new episode of your DCOM podcast. Is that right?
Yes, that comes out every other Saturday, and it's called The Color of Friendship. We just recorded an episode about a boy who turns into a fish.
That sounds so sweet.
So that's pretty good. And also, you should, even if you don't listen to the podcast, you should just join the Facebook group for it, which is called The Color of Friendship, a DCOM group, because it's very good.
It is one of the best Facebook groups. It's surprisingly active. All right. Well, thank you all very much for listening, and we hope you have a very good rest of the time that you're awake, if you're still awake. Hopefully you don't fall asleep to this.
Dos vidania, Nightbirds, and thanks for all the spaghetti.
This episode is edited by Stan Ferguson. Music is by Ron Lumovich. Additional music by Hayden. Our story consultant is Michael M. Rader.
So, I approached the bars of the cell. I say, yes, hello. My name is Jelly Butter, wild magic sorceress, purveyor of fine butter-based goods. Whose fucking phone is ringing in this dungeon? Jesus Christ!